Welcome to Louder by Exhale, where we take you on a journey of the human experience, inviting our guests to dive deep into their human essence beyond the surface. Today, we have with us Takashi, the global brand director of teamLab, an immersive art and culture experience. And I'll leave it to Takashi to introduce himself. Thank you for being here, Takashi.
Thank you to being invited. I'm so happy to be here. My name is Takashi Kudo. I'm actually one of the members of the teamLabs. And it's a bit need to explain about teamLabs. The teamLabs is founded on 2001. It's when we graduate universities. It was beginning of 5 members, but it's become like quite a lot. But anyway, we make something by it's in our teams. Like in teamLabs, there is some software engineers and the hardware engineers and the CG animators and mathematicians, architects, and it's my background with philosophy. So anyway, it's quite many specialists making the teams, and it makes some output or it's like a project that is like a core part of this teamLabs. And it's me myself. I participated in teamLabs on 2009 because it's the sum of this founder is my best friend from teenagers, and it is quite nice to work with best friends. So
how did you meet? You met in university?
Yeah, actually we met in the university times. Actually, they started in the teamLabs by themselves. It's on 2001, and me myself, I left Japan in around same timings. So I'm 47 and it's there too, but it's they made up this teamLabs, and it's not me myself. How to say? I don't know. It's like exactly it's the right names, but it's kind of like homeless because I was just traveling and it's doing it street performance, or it's a meet with people, staying at a friend's place, and that's the reason why I have very weird hairstyles. I shave all my hairs, and I kept this part. So I have since 2001 in the same hairstyles. And anyway,
I love it though.
I ended up after 6 years, I was traveling from this Thailand to the whole Asia, and then it's up north to Sweden, Stockholm, and living there 4 years, almost 4 years and a half, something. I tried to be in the backpackings, but the first 2 months or something, I lost my backpack, so it's I didn't have it in my backpack, so it's even not backpackers. If I define this right ways,
yeah.
So I just moved, and sometimes I slept on the street, and sometimes I slept with some friends I met, and that.
I'm gonna dive a bit deeper there. Is that okay?
Yeah, please.
So, Takashi, you left Japan. Why did you leave Japan and go backpacking?
It's good questions. When I left Japan, it's like that times I didn't have an obvious visions. It's much more I ran away from these societies. And after almost 10 years, and it's when I was living in Stockholm, it was a super good life. I had quite good friends, like my families. And but it's some reason I wanted to be back in Tokyo, so I went back in Tokyo, and it's of course I need to work, and but I have very weird hairstyles, and I cannot enter all these normal companies maybe. So as my best friend, it's always contacted me to be joined to the teamLabs. So why not to work with? And that was I came back, but now after almost 15 years, in teamLabs, and that's when I see back over this as my life. I a little bit can say at what it was. It was like it's more, it actually it's I run away from the society, but it's the feelings is very much it's I'm gonna talk. It's very weird stuff, but it's
Please go ahead.
Like I can say it's by English it's the hub, like the hubbings is I can use it, but it's not from my heart. So it's not, I cannot understand. Basically, maybe I don't understand what is in a hub. So, but it's today's society is very much maybe based on to hub. But after I travelings, and it's when I went back in Tokyo's and I married, and it's first time I met my son, I kind of realized that it's like by English it's you're gonna ask to the people it's not how many kids you have, and it's I gonna answer it's I have 2 kids, but obviously I don't have them, and it's what I felt. It's the first time I met my son. It's I became fathers, and he made me fathers, and he's my son. It was wonderful feelings. And it's that was it's the first maybe the steps or something, and it's the reason why it's I left Stockholm and it went back in Tokyo was it's my mom got in the cancers, and it's I really wanted to be with my moms because it's like maybe I was not good son. I was just traveling, and it's I'm always made her worried. But anyways, I really like my mom too, and it's my family too. So, like she passed away. It's like 8 years or something like that. But like I remember, it's like last couple of days, like 2 days before or something. And I asked her, it's just me and her, so it's like if you want it, I can throw it away of this your secret diary or it's whatever you want, and just let me know. And it's and she told me it's like you don't understand of this dying, and it's I cannot have some things to be on next world or whatever. But it's obviously it's I'm so happy to be your mom, and it's quite touched my heart, and something it's I realize it's kind of continuity is maybe the words is like from my mom to be me, and it's me to my sons, and it was like I kind of if I said by words it's and it's if I compare with it's not to have and it's I know why I couldn't be in around that time in Japan, and I really wanted to travel is, as I told you, I wanted to learn ways, but I felt there is no space in societies. But maybe it was it's not fit me. But I kind of understand when my mom passed away, and when I met my sons, it's maybe I like to be some things, and to be is something. It's what I believed, and I wanted to make. I am fathers of my sons, and I am son of my mom's, and maybe in the hub it's maybe illusions, and we cannot have anything, but
we just are.
We can be some things, and I really wanted to be. I wanted to maybe make some things in a society where it's like an artworks based on 2Bs. Maybe even you cannot have it, but it's want to make the people to be one part of this now artworks, or I myself is also want to be one part of this,
Yeah.
artworks. That is, like the stories. I don't know. It's an answer for your questions, but
It's more than, yeah. It's beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that story.
I know. Yeah.
It feels like creativity and art is a part of something that makes you feel like you belong to something. It's as if that teamLab made you feel like you belong to a greater cause. How has creativity made you belong to society?
I'm not that smart, so I really don't know I'm not a politician, and I'm not like a designer, so I don't know how to design of these societies. That maybe before that, maybe I should define what is art and what is design or is logic. It's maybe like design or logic. It's much more like an answers, and it's like art is more like questions. And sometimes people ask us, it's like, what do you gonna solve all this this world problems? But me myself, I really don't know. Because our role is like making some just questions, and this question it's something. It's what we believe that this is a beautiful, or it's a cool, or fun, or something. It's we cannot explain by words.
It's a feeling.
Yeah, and it's that the emotional part is and we are. I think it's only territory for the human beings, but the way to create some things in teamLabs is, as I told you, we make by teams, and that's why I'm still belong to the teamLabs. Is maybe I feel it's very comfortable to work with, and sometimes we fight so much and we have arguments, but
which is normal.
Yeah, but it's I'm not genius, and I cannot make it like something by myself. And
it's with community.
teamLabs is like the collective of it's a specialist. So like everybody has some kind of the skill set, but it's some part is it's lacked some things, and I cannot lead a map, and I cannot programs.
Exactly.
But some people can make this beautiful code.
So together you piece it all together, and you make something greater when you work together.
Only the way to make especially in a digital era or something is that. And it's one more time, it's like I said, it's the answers is important, but it's the point is right answer is always changed when the society is changed. Like right answer on the 18th century, it couldn't be right answer on 19th centuries, and that is like we can learn from the histories, and it's there was industrial revolutions happens, and it's the society was changed. And that's the right answer on 18th century couldn't be right answer on 19th centuries. And end of 20th century, it's like big, at least for us, it's like a big revolution it's like a digital and it's an internet showing up. And it was like very much made us excited. We were like teenagers, and it's wow, we can make of this anything we want. And if we had like good fellows, and it's like, okay, let's make it some things. And it's we try to make it, but it's the point is like, as I said, it's like right answer on 20th century. It cannot be right answer on 21st centuries. That is some things. I think it's like kind of the right ways, or it's the truth, and that at least that we should learn from the histories. So like still nobody knows it's the right answer on today's. But obviously if you want to reach to its right answers, we need to start from these right questions. But nobody knows it's the right question too. So and we also don't know our output is like an artworks or not. But we just make some things, and we try to make it and keep on make the question to the world.
Yes.
And if somebody answered, and there is I know there is a genius, and there is super creative peoples, or it's a super smart people, and they can find all the answers, and maybe from our questions. And like in our artworks, it's much more experience. So it's it's not like a materialized.
Exactly.
So it's like more like a massless. So we try to make the people to be inside with it in our output, and that if people felt some things, and if people started to make new answers, and then it's going to be people going to define of this in our output as artworks, and it's since then it's we need to keep on making, and it's like quite nervous, but it's a good thing. So teamLab is we are teams. So if I was independent, it's definitely I gave up. It's a long time ago, and I learned away and against. But I'm very lucky, and I'm very happy to be work with my teams and our teams.
It's very inspiring, teamLab, your team, your community, yourself, your story. How do you feel creativity and art plays a role in our mental health?
Expand of this, people's perceptions, because we think we can perceive it whatever is what we see, but the fact is we see something we want to perceive, so we could perceive. So if we could expand over this on our perceptions, in the end it's going to expand over this in our world, what we see. As it's like a couple 100 years ago, people believed the sky is moving, and it's but we realize that we are like a super tiny existence on a planet, and it's called Earth, and Earth was it's around all the sun, and the sun is like a super small part of this universe, and it's after we started to perceive all this universe, and our world it's also expanded. Which moment I got an adrenaline with my friends is on the process to make some output. Certainly I feel, wow, this is a new perception, or it's like new feelings, and it's that moment was at least healing me. If I compare with be with my sons or be with my families, it's much more healings. But if you think about it's work perspectives, it's I cannot work as other ways, but it's like always I'm work with friends, teams, and
it gives you a form of healing to create.
And it's like the moment to expand it, the perception that it's very much it's in a moment to healing me.
Yes,
always give me adrenalines.
I think art and creativity give us the power to truly tap into our curiosity and to expand our visions and perceptions, and to be open to understand that there might be a moment where something you believed is no longer true, and something even greater than that is present. How do you feel curiosity plays a role in someone finding their path?
Yeah, actually, you're right. It's a curiosity is like some kind of triggers for that creativities, but it's or I can say it's creativity is like we are not God and that we are not genius, so we cannot make something from 0 to 1. As always, we learn from this the heritage of this ancestor made, or something is from completely different things, but it's like people made, or it's history, or it's natures, or it's something like that. The point is like how to understand them really. It's not just only the understand of this like on the brain or something. And I think we recognize the world. It's much more like physically, and that's one of the reasons it's we make up these artworks with more like space, and we try to make the people to be inside of this our artworks with physical bodies. I was working for this published company in Stockholm, Sweden, and that I was editors, and I really like book still. I like science fiction and fictions, or like any kind of book. And as I like magazines. I read in some like travel magazine, or it's travel guidebook. And for its knowledge, I know, and it's sometimes I think I understand, but understanding it's much more difference, I think, because from my experience traveling and when I was theirs as physical bodies, it's that experience changed my way of thinking. These experiences, made my lifestyle, which changed. It's when I came back to Japan. I started to wear all this like fisherman's pants, or it's and I became like more like hippie or whatever.
Being in the experience and physically experiencing something brings you an awakening or an understanding that is far different than the intellectual understanding and reading. That's what you're saying?
Yes, and especially in today's, it's like we can reach to the information. It's quite easier than before, and so like the human is it's naturally know about it. We want to experience, and that's a reason why we are making that. And it's somehow it's like when my kids is like 10 years and 5 years, it's like a chaotic 2 boys. I really like it, like games too, video games and watching the movies. But somehow it's, like I feel I want to take them to be in the forest or something, and to be inside with these natures. And it's from my heart somehow. And it's because I believe it's something that is the only way to understand this world, really.
Yeah.
And that is like sometimes nice. We have we made of it in our museums. It's called teamLab Borders in Tokyo.
Where do you find your balance between technology and nature?
I never had it like in a good balance. I think I try to be a good fathers, and I try to be a good like son and a good husband. But it's like I don't know. I had a good balance of this, the work and it's private, or like art and technology too. And I think just let it be, and in the end, if it is fine, it's fine, and I can say inshallah, and I don't try to be making a balance. Sometimes I try, but it's now most of the time I failed. So almost I gave up to make it a good balance.
So you just be.
Yeah.
And you just listen to your body.
Yeah.
So do you slow down sometimes?
Yeah, sometimes I try, but sometimes I cannot control myself.
Yeah, I get you.
So yeah, sometimes I go to the hospitals. Sometimes I go to the to talk with my friends, and sometimes I drink beer a lot. And yeah,
Have you ever tried therapy or
therapies,
healing?
healings. I do. It's meditation. It's quite often.
You do meditation?
It's because I like it. It's almost 15 years. I do it every mornings or it's sometimes night, and sometimes it's my brain. It's become super chaotic, and I don't realize myself. But it's most of the time it's my good friends or it's my families. They tell me, you lost it in a balance more than like almost messed up. So okay, if you say that it's not messed up, so it's and I try to be like that times also. I try to long meditations.
What kind of meditations do you do?
It's like simply it's just like normal, like
breathing.
Like I don't know how to say that, but it's like maybe Buddhism ways.
Okay.
It's just maybe zazen, and it's try to not think anything, and like if it's pop up some ideas, it's like throw it away, and if I got some thought, throw it away, maybe, and it's if something that happens, maybe and it's just wait like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I want to be like very calm.
So you've been doing this for 15 years?
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I like it. Wait till I read a book.
What is it?
I like a book.
Yeah. So either you meditate or you read.
Yeah, always I watching the music, movies, always I listen to music, always talking to people.
Yeah.
So many choices.
So many choices. Yeah.
Always working with my friends. So it seems like a super chaos, but for this and other people's, but for me, it's there is a good balance, but it's most of the time, so that people talk to me, I don't have this good balance.
Takashi, what do you think of the mirror?
The mirrors, yeah. Some things I don't like because it's like when I wash my teeth, and it's like sometimes in the mornings, even if I didn't want it, and I need to see my face, and it's like okay, that is basically the mirror in my life. But of course, it's like the metaphors, like the mirror is interesting. Like especially as I feel it when I was talking with my sons, they're like mirror of minds. It's if they become angry, maybe it's mirroring of my angers, and it's through hymns I realize I'm angry. Okay, and so I should be able to calm down, and that is for me it's mirrors, and it's like most of the time it's like it's right way, but it's like opposite. So
yeah,
right, left,
reflected. So
but I like mirrors.
You like mirrors. Me too. I feel like I believe deeply in the mirror therapy, and trying to understand yourself through your reflection, dismantling and releasing all of society's descriptions of you, and then trying to rebuild your own vision of yourself through the mirror. The mirror, for me, has allowed me to look at myself and understand that there are certain labels that society have put on me that I do not resonate with, I do not feel with, that don't even resonate at all. And I've realized I've taken them with me in my life, and they have not allowed me to be entirely myself. So the mirror therapy allowed me to remove these, and it was excruciating experience. Because to be able to truly look at yourself and what you have allowed society to guide you with is painful. But then there's a true overcoming of when you get out of it, you realize, wow, this is a blank canvas that I can finally recreate myself. And not just recreate yourself, but bring yourself back from who you were born to be. And now you can clearly hear your intuition, and you can clearly hear your inner voice, and you can clearly be like, I resonate with this, I don't resonate with that. And when someone says something, you no longer internalize it, but you know yourself so much through that mirror that you're like, oh, actually, that's a reflection of them, not a reflection of me. And to me, the mirror is so important because everything, as you said about your son, everything is a reflection of each other. And it's just merely about noticing, is this a reflection of me or them? And where do I put that? And how do I use it? And sometimes you don't need to use it. You don't need it. And I think this is where awareness comes in place when you meditate, like you said.
That's true.
Awareness makes you understand that certain things are not yours, and you don't need to take them.
And it's maybe the point is, maybe I'm not super interested in it, like, who I am.
You're not interested in knowing who you are?
Yeah, I think so. It's honestly, it's, and of course, I want to, but I'm quite easy to forget, and even it's, I cannot remember it's who I was around this teenagers. And I don't remember all this 2 years ago. And it's now the memory it's not always updated, and it's instead of that it's I really want to face today and what's happened in front of me, and it's do something the right ways. It's something I believed, and I'm more interested in in other people's or this world, and that relationship between the world or it's other people's. I feel myself, and the moment this is kind of this maybe my very a fundamental experience is. Maybe talked about me, it's, I was born in Tokyo, but I grew up in Abu Dhabi. Because my father took me here, and my family, it's my mom too. It was, I think it's 1979, so it's 1980, or something like that. And I was very kids. And
how long did you stay here?
Until 1991, I think. But it's gone back. It's something when I got my younger brothers. We left my father here, and we went back in Japan, and again it's be back in Abu Dhabi, and I really like in Abu Dhabi.
And now you're here,
again,
and creating something massive.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be.
Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, and it's things before that. It's I very much remember that when I was kids, I think it's maybe 5-6 years old, I think. And my father took me to the desert. And I think it's river or something with 2 cars, 3 cars with his friends. And it was 4 o'clock in the morning or something. And wakes me up, and I was so sleepy, and and outside it's very cold. And it's walking on in a very ambiguous, edge of these dunes, and almost in 1-2 hours, walking, and it's at top of these dunes, and it's a sit down, and it was very quiet, and it was very beautiful, but it was very cold. And my mom and father it gave me the jacket and the blanket, and it was like very cold, and it's what happens. And it started being a blue skies. The skies become blue, and I could hear the sound of this like a small animal and the stuff. And then it's like suddenly it's like in the sunshine. It's the sunrise, and it was like incredible. It's like it's so warm, and it's wow. It's not cold anymore, and it was one of the most beautiful moments that I had, and it's somehow I felt it's I the something one part of this world, where I'm super tiny existence of this world, and yeah, it was just watching the sunrise in desert, if I said by words, but for me it was kind of super special experience, and that experience was makes me it's quite think about that, and maybe that is the first moment I felt I'm one part of this world, and and I really wanted to maybe share with that feeling. Somehow I felt that I understand the world, what I understand of this desert, or it's like sunrise. And before that, I didn't see all this sunrise. It's in the cities, in the Tokyo, or in Abu Dhabi, or it's in some magazine, and it's in TVs, but it's and the moment with my parents, top of the dunes, and it's watching of the sunrise. That was exactly the moment to understand this, that sunrise, and it's super beautiful. Maybe I'm very much falling in love with this country and the cities, and yeah, I'm very happy to be back here and it's making of this, new project here.
Tell us about this new project.
Oh yeah, it's called a teamLab Phenomena Abu Dhabi, and it's located on just beside of the bridge from this main island to the Saadiyat Island. And if you found, it's all this like very white, very weird shapes. It's in our place, and it is. We started almost like 5-6 years ago, I think, and it's quite weird way to make of these architectures, and it's making with these artworks. The inside of the buildings is also. We started from this experience. It's like phenomena. The phenomena is made by the environment. It's a little bit more, I need to explain it, but it's like the vortex inside of the oceans. The vortex is, we feel it exists, but there is no boundary between it, like the ocean and the vortex. And there is no clear edge. And energy is come from the outside, and it's from the inside to be the outside. But at least I feel it is beautiful, and it is exist. It is not oceans, but it's it's a vortex. We named it, and it exists. And it's I'm interested in what is like that kind of stuff. And if we could make all these artworks as like phenomena, like we cannot have it, but it's we can be inside of that. And after, if you're going to be one part with it, the artworks, maybe you're going to understand of this, exactly the vortex. And the vortex was made by it, maybe the shape of this, the ground under the waters, or its position of this island, or like temperatures, or it's on many elements. It means the elements, and it's same materials. It's like salty waters, but nothing different from this, some others. But environment make up this, that new existence. That is kind of interesting, and we wanted to make up that kind of artworks. And it's super crazy ideas. But how to create of that is we try to using of this, something we know, like the waters or like light or wind, like rainbow too. It's like the water and
the
the
colors.
light, and it's we can see of this exactly like it's rainbows. So like we try to make of that kind of the artworks by phenomena, but the phenomena is made by the environment. And if you could be one part of this phenomena, maybe you started to understand of this environment to make of this us.
And to take care of it.
Yeah. Well, some people want to take care, or some people make something different, but it's, we don't know. But it's at least it's a little bit same way of this, same kind of feeling of this when I was on the top of the dunes, and it's I can say it's, I wanted to make up some things. It is like to be it's phenomena, and that phenomena is art. And so we try to make up this the space to make up the phenomena, and in the end, it's we covered the like fabric on that is now space, and then it's like it's become very weird shape of these buildings, and it's so like it's shape of these buildings and it's inside the experience. It's quite much connected. So if you felt it's like weird buildings, it means maybe you're gonna get very weird experience inside, and that experience, only experience can change the people's way of thinking. That is, like what we wanted to do, and this is like quite very weird, and it's a new challenge for that. So like we're working so much, so hard for like this 5-6 years, and it's done. And I'm very nervous against, and we are very nervous against whether it's the people going to accept of that or not. But we would love to make it.
Why are you nervous about the acceptance of people inside of that journey?
It's making a question is, like almost it's a through the stone to it's like big black holes. It's sometimes, at least I feel, what I'm doing. And it's most of the time it's nobody answers, or nobody just threw me back the stones. So like, and it's, I don't know what is the meaning of this, like through the stones. And then after it's like, and it's, but it's still, I want, it's sometimes people gonna throw it back of that stones. It's, it means our questions, and it's an answers. But nobody knows because there is big hole.
Yeah.
And we don't know what's people is going to feedback us. So that is nervous.
When is the grand opening of Phenomena teamLab?
It's going to open 18th of April, 2025.
Amazing.
At Saadiyat Island in Abu Dhabi, at my second home cities.
Amazing. And for the people going to visit, to experience, to explore, and to change their perspective, what do you want to tell them before they go?
Like, just go there. And this is, hardest part. It's like, maybe answer for this, like last your question. It's like a curiosities. The curiosity is something we cannot make it. And it's like I can say, it's like we believe it's the most important things for the human beings. It's like creativities, or it's something we cannot explain by words. And that is an emotion part. But if we're going to create something, so if we're going to make some things, we need a knowledge. It means a heritage. And it's, we should learn from this, like our ancestors, or we should learn from the histories. And we should learn from the other peoples and reflect it each other's. But the beginnings, if we didn't have its like curiosities, I usually have, but it's, if you are not in like the curiosities, it's even we don't do it like in the first step. And the first step is in the curiosities. And if we go to the curiosities, maybe we're going to start to learn of this, of this world. And it's why it's, we are charmed by its rainbows, or we are charmed by its, natures, and its wind is why the wind gives us its relief, or it's,
Exactly.
why it's like the light reflection on the water is beautiful. And it's people started to think, and then it's, maybe that is a moment started to like creativities, and it's, innovations. And but we are not innovators, and we are not designers, and we are not politicians. So it's, like we don't know, we don't have any power to change it. That is much more like the role for the smarter peoples.
Thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
You.
Thank you for being here. Your time is very much appreciated. We are very grateful, and we can't wait to experience teamLab in the UAE.
Yeah.
For me, I found about teamLab 15 years ago.
Wow.
When I was researching about creative expressions and experiences, and I found this magical world called teamLab in Tokyo in Japan. And that is the day that Japan became my dream destination.
Wow. Thank you very much.
And I'm in awe to be with a teamLab member after all of this time. So thank you for your time, and I can't wait to experience it.
And we hope so.
Thank you so much, Takashi.
Thank you so much. It's so nice to talk with you.
You too. God bless you.
Thank you.